This is ONDO. I don't actually remember what I said before. Ah, there you go. That's it. What can I say? Sometimes you don't need anything except 2 lines. And does that help? 10s only. I've literally done no analysis, but I've obviously drawn these lines, probably, I don't know when. And there you go. This, to me, this looks like a flat correction. It's pretty good though. It's not bad. As you can see, this support line has to hold, and it's holding. So that's the flip. If I was to be a little bit more technical on this, I'll do a volume level. Okay, so you see the value area. You have a value area high. That's offering us. We haven't had a final test yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a final test on the value area high. Okay. I'll just mark these as well. It's good to mark these areas because if there's a change, you get to see it. So you've got your volume levels. You obviously got an SR flip going on here. So let's just mark that in. That's your SR flip. Okay, that's offering support. You see the daily candle hasn't been able to close, and then the wicks aren't so important, but the close is. We haven't taken the high yet. See, it's a lower high. There was a swing failure here, which is why you saw a little sell-off, but look, it's right back up. So what you can also do, just based on this price action, while I've got a lower value area, you can just take the volume area of this upper range, just from where we cross into this higher level, this higher area here. Okay, and actually what you can see is even better. You see that? You see we're above the value area high of this local range, and you can see there's a little bit, there's been a little bit of a back test. See that? A little bit of a back test. So naturally you want that to hold as support. Naturally you don't really want to see the price fall back into the value area. Yeah, if you do, it's just range. It could be like a deviation from the range. This is still range bound. It could kind of try and make its way back to the bottom to come back up, you know, like that's how the price can move sometimes. But I think if we have to see what happens, you know, and of course Bitcoin is driving the price, but for all intents purposes this price action is extremely bullish, because you had a buy up here, increasing volume, and you're seeing quite a flat consolidation correction above a previous pivot high that's now acting as some kind of support level. So I think it's all good. I don't think there's anything to stress about. If you're stressed, probably not. Let me have a look at the higher time frame candles quickly. So I just want you to be aware that there is a monthly level here. It's been tapped. You see the wick's gone up. That's why there was an initial reaction, but technically that level has to flip into support. Yeah, so that's a really important level. It has to flip into support. Yeah, so whatever happens, that needs to flip, and then you have a brand new, as long as this month ends green, which I don't see why it won't, you'll have a brand new monthly level there. That will be a really strong support level. And then you can kind of break it down into the weekly time frames. You see actually there's a There's a new weekly level formed there. That's going to be really strong support because it's at the value area high and just underneath the point of control. So if you get an opportunity to buy that weekly level, I think you would, yeah. And again, that monthly level above us, that monthly level above us is already is at the same place as the weekly level. It's already been tapped once, but you still need to flip that into support. So these ones are the untapped one, monthly. Let me just put washed there so it's not, there's no confusion. Washed, so you know it's been washed. It means the liquidity is taken, but it still does act as resistance until it's flipped, yeah, because it's still relevant. Again, you've got this daily level which we're currently at, and so naturally if today ends green, you also have, you know, you'll create, this bullish price action, you're creating levels of liquidity as the price creates these candles, these red green candles. You've got another one here, so it's a really strong, if the price the price does this one day, you can buy that. You can buy that. You'll probably get a V shape because you have a daily level, monthly level, value area high, weekly level, point of control. It's one big range. Yeah. You got in at 7.5. Yeah. So you're basically, your entry is really good. Yeah. So if the price was to suddenly come in tomorrow to your entry, I would buy more. I wouldn't sell. Like, that would be a gift, just simply because of all of the liquidity levels that have been generated in this range. And honestly, I would be very surprised if that happened. Very surprised. It would be a gift. That's why I'm saying it's a gift. I'd expect at the very least, the point of control has got quite a lot of volume. You see that volume on that point of control? I wouldn't even, if we were to, I wouldn't really expect it to come underneath the point of control. Your entry is really good, so I don't think you should be worried about your entry. Obviously I can't predict the future, so again, if for some reason the price did that, it would be a gift. Yeah. For a short period of time, like this is the problem. If you set break even and the price did that, you'd be stopped out and you'd be really annoyed. So just bear that in mind. Probably what you want to do is you'd have to take a loss, but you'd probably want to put some kind of hard invalidation somewhere here. Yeah, I don't think you want to see the price get all the way down to there. I think that first, like, you're going through too many levels for the price to get to that pivot. Okay, you'd have to take a loss. That's the problem that you're. So maybe, and the problem is that if the price was to suddenly do that unexpectedly, and you put set to break even, you'd literally get stopped out and you'd lose your position, because I would expect a big reaction. So you have to think about that. All right, think about your invalidation. Because that protects you, because you need protection from a black swan. You need protection from a black swan. If something happens, you need protection. Yeah, because if we have a black swan, you need to be out with a minimal loss rather than be stuck, trapped, if suddenly the price just did that. You know, you have to be protected. That's why you have invalidations, right? So just bear that in mind. You've got a good position. So I wouldn't expect that, but you do need protection. That's ONDO. Is there anything else I could do on this? Let me think. Let me have a look. No, not sure. I don't like it. I don't like this channel. Sometimes you can get good ones, and sometimes you can't. Maybe that's better. Trajectory. Interesting. I can't really tell, but this might be a good channel. Yeah, it's quite a narrow channel, so I'm not amazingly fond. I like the wide ones, but I can see some sort of, these line up nicely, and it lines up to that. The top, I like the top part where it lines up there nicely, and you get a reaction there, and a front run there. The main thing is the midpoint, and potentially there is some kind of channel behavior, midpoint behavior there. So it's something to think about. You know, sometimes these channels can be really useful, especially if and when the price does expand to the upside and you're up there. Yeah, and then these channels are really useful because you'd be looking at this channel, you'd be going, okay, this is a good place to take profit, or this is a good place to hedge or do something. Yeah, you wouldn't just ignore it if you saw that kind of price action. And effectively we could be just, this could just go up in a channel for the whole of the bull market. It could just go up. It's possible. If you were to go up above the top of a channel like this and flip it into support, that'd be extremely bullish. That then the price would be looking to expand further, but then it'd be easy to see as well, because you'd see that. Okay, that's why they're quite good. But at the moment you can see we're into resistance. Effectively what's being formed here is some sort of flat top triangle. You can see it, flat top. There's a flat top triangle being formed here, and so based on that, just on that idea, we might get, you know, like a really like a measured expansion. It is possible, depending on where we break out, you might get a measured expansion. Yeah, there's something to think about. Maybe from there to this pivot here, I'm not sure exactly where, but possibly you get like some kind of measured expansion. See that? And that would be like a nice, I don't know when it would break out, but you know, it'd be like a fake out. It'd be a fake out to the top to come back down again. Yeah, you see that? So it's possible. It's possible to create that, and then maybe you get like a deeper correction down just to test the top here for continuation. No one really knows, but it's just something to bear in mind, right? So that's ONDO. I hope that helps. Anything else that I can do that maybe will help a little bit more? Any of these tools come to mind? Sometimes GAN fans are quite useful, so let me just have a look at that. I don't know how far back this data goes. There you go, it's got a nice little GAN. So that, the 2-1 is from that pivot. The 2-1 is actually acting as support, which is basically this channel line. You see that? So this is all kind of measured. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice to see. All right. I hope that helps. I think it does. It helped me. And actually what I can do now is I